Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiriye Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavati Uttam Shaloke Bhakti Bhavati Neshtaki. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the translation, before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the personality of God and Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto goddess learning, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author, unto Srila Prabhupada, our loving spiritual master. Srimad Bhagavat, 7th canto,
Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 7,
chapter 1,
capítulo 2,
text 35.
texto número 35.
Please, if you can repeat, Deha of a material body, Indriya, material senses.
I told you it was 35.
Yeah,
Text 35.
this is not a...
35. 1, 7 to 35. 7 to 35.
7-2. Somebody has that kept here.
7 to 35. Is that it?
Okay, chapter 2.
Yeah. 7 to 35. Hiranyakashipu, the king of demons. Está el 7235 anotado, ¿verdad? Ok.
Evam, thus,
Así,
Bilpatinam,
Vilapatinam,
of the lamenting queens,
de las reinas que se lamentaban.
Vai,
Vaya,
indeed,
en verdad,
Parigraya,
Parigriha,
taking on their laps,
tomando sobre sus regazas.
Mritam,
Mritam,
the dead,
al muerto.
Patim,
Patim,
husband,
esposo.
Anichatinam,
Anichatinam,
not desiring,
sin desear. Repitan, sin desear. Concéntrense en repetir el español.
Niraharam,
Niraharam,
the carrying out of the body.
Llevar el cuerpo a la ceremonia funeraria.
For the funeral ceremony. Arka,
Arca,
the sun.
el sol.
Astam,
Astan,
the setting position.
a la posición del ocaso.
Sanyavartata,
Samyavartata,
passed away.
pasó.
Shlok. Evam vilapita nam vai
Evam vilapatinam vai.
parigrahayamritam patim
Pariyamritam patim.
anichitanam nirharam
Anichatinam nirvaram.
arko astam sannayavratam sannayavratata. Translation. The time was appropriate.
You guys, when you read it completely and
Okay, okay.
here in Spanish I have.
All right. The time was appropriate for the body to be burned, but the queens, not allowing it to be taken away, continued lamenting for the dead body, which they kept on their laps. In the meantime, the sun completed its movements for setting in the west.
Okay, lo traducimos al español. Había llegado el momento de la cremación del cuerpo, pero las reinas no permitían que se lo llevaran y continuaban lamentándose por el cuerpo muerto que sostenían en sus regazos. Para entonces el sol había completado su recorrido y se ocultaba por el oeste.
Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada.
Significado de su divina gracia Srila Prabhupada.
According to the basic system, if a person dies during the daytime,
You want me to, you can read it and I can read it in Spanish.
okay.
So it's simple.
It is customary for his funeral ceremony to be performed before the sun sets, regardless of whether he is burned or buried. And if he dies at night, the funeral must be completed before the next sunrise. Apparently, the queens continued lamenting for the dead body, the lump of matter, and would not allow it to be taken away for burning. This illustrates the strong grip of illusion among foolish persons who consider the body the self. You read up to here. I speak a little and then.
I will read that part.
Yeah.
Según el sistema védico, cuando una persona muere durante el día, la costumbre es que sus ceremonias funerarias se celebren antes de que se ponga el sol. Tanto si va a ser quemada como enterrada. Si muere de noche, el funeral debe haberse completado antes de que salga el sol. Parece ser que las reinas continuaban lamentándose por el cuerpo muerto, aquel montón de materia, y no permitían que se lo llevasen para incinerarlo. Este ejemplo sirve para ilustrar lo fuerte que es el nudo de la ilusión entre las personas necias que identifican el cuerpo con el ser.
So, in general, we are all attached with this material body.
Así que en general todos estamos apegados a este cuerpo material.
And spiritual life begins from here, that we are not these bodies.
Y la vida espiritual comienza desde aquí, que no somos estos cuerpos.
So, in general, people, because they are after sense gratification.
Así, porque la gente en general está tras de la gratificación sensorial.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Beber, comer y ser felices.
And this way, their bodily attachment keep on increasing.
Y de esta forma, su apego al cuerpo continúa incrementando.
So, while we are in this body, we should utilize this body for self-realization.
Así que mientras estamos en el cuerpo, debemos usar este cuerpo para la autorrealización.
This body is not meant for sense enjoyment, which is easily available to hogs and dogs.
Este cuerpo material no debe ser utilizado para gratificación sensorial, la cual está disponible para los cerdos y los puercos. Los perros y los cerdos.
Hogs and dogs, they eat stool.
Los puercos y los perros comen excremento.
And they can very easily enjoy their senses.
Y muy fácilmente puede disfrutar de sus sentidos.
In the Bhagavatam, Lord Rishabdev is talking to his 100 sons.
En el Bhagavatam, el señor Rishabdeva está hablando a sus 100 hijos.
He is saying, Nayam dekha dekha bhajan na lokhe, kashtan kam harte bidbhujamje, tapodivyam putrkayena satyam, shuddhaye samad brahma saukyam tamantam. He is saying, my sons, this human body is not meant for sense enjoyment.
Él está diciendo, mis queridos hijos, este cuerpo material no está destinado exclusivamente a la gratificación sensorial,
which is very easily available to the bidbhujam. Bidbhujam means the stool-eater animals, hogs and dogs.
que está fácilmente disponible para aquellos que son bidbhujam, aquellos que comen excremento.
Hogs and dogs, they can very easily enjoy senses. For them, there is no discrimination between mother, sister, and daughter.
Para ellos, estos animales, la gratificación sensorial está fácilmente disponible y ellos no hacen discriminación entre madre, hermana, hija.
Animal life is dirty life, but they can very easily enjoy the senses.
Vida animal es aquella vida donde se puede complacer los sentidos con gran facilidad.
In this human form of life, sense enjoyment is there, but Krishna has given us the developed intelligence.
En esta forma humana de vida está disponible la gratificación sensorial, pero Krishna nos ha dado una inteligencia superior.
We can understand, here is my mother, I have to respect her. Here is my elder sister, I have to respect her. Here is my younger sister, I have to respect her also. Here is my wife, my daughter. All women, but different relations with all of them.
Nosotros como seres humanos podemos entender, aquí está mi madre y de respetarla, mi hermana mayor, también la respeto, mi hermana menor. Todos están allí y uno tiene la discriminación de respeto.
But in the animal's life, it is not there.
Pero en la vida animal no hay esta discriminación.
There is one shloka in the कौन सा ग्रंथ है वो? नायम वो ग्रंथ है ना, जिनके श्लोक बोलते हैं हम, हैं? हाँ, हितोपदेश. There's one scripture, हितोपदेश.
Hay una escritura que está denominada como Hitopadesh.
It is mentioned in the Hitopadesh, ahara nidra bhaymetunach samanya vetat pashubhe naranam dharmo ki tesha adhiko vishesha dharme na hina pashubhe smanam. Meaning, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. These four things are same between man and animal.
Del Hitopadesh escuchamos este shloka, ahara nidrabhai maitunam cha samanam tat pashvir naranam, etc. Y quiere decir que comer, dormir, aparearse y defenderse es lo mismo para el animal y para el humano.
So, in the Hitopadesh it is mentioned the difference between man and animal is a man can follow the dharma.
Y se menciona ahí en el Hitopadesh que la diferencia entre el animal y el humano es que el ser humano puede seguir dharma.
But animal cannot follow any dharma.
Pero el animal no puede seguir ningún dharma.
If a human being is not following the laws of God, then he is just like animal.
Si el ser humano no está siguiendo las leyes de Dios, entonces simplemente es como un animal.
Not just like animal, but rather worse than animal.
Ni siquiera como un animal, está peor que un animal.
Why worse than animal?
¿Por qué peor?
Because for animal there is no papa punya, no sin and pious.
Porque para el animal no hay sentimiento de piadoso o pecaminoso.
For human being there is, if he commits some sinful act, he will be penalized for that.
En el ser humano si es así, si él comete un acto pecaminoso, será penalizado.
A animal, he will gradually make progress and come to the human body.
El animal gradualmente hará progresos y llegará a una forma humana de vida.
By changing different bodies.
Mientras cambia diferentes cuerpos.
But now we have come to this human body and we are going back to the animal kingdom.
Y ahora hemos llegado a este cuerpo humano y luego, si no seguimos, bajaremos al reino animal.
If a human being, doesn't man or woman, white, black, brown, if they are not following the laws of God, they are worse than animal.
Si el ser humano, no importa la condición, blanco, negro, de color, lo que sea, no sigue las leyes del Señor, entonces será forzado a regresar a la forma de vida animal.
Srila Prabhupada used to say, there cannot be any peace among the animal society.
Prabhupada solía decir, no puede haber ninguna paz en la sociedad de animales.
Would you put few animals together, they will fight with each other and just behave nonsensically.
Y si usted pone unos animales juntos, ellos lucharán y se comportarán de una manera insensata.
So at present, people are becoming like animal. They are not following the rules and regulations.
Así que las personas se están comportando como animales, no siguen las reglas y regulaciones.
They don't know that every action has equal and opposite reaction.
No conocen ellos que cada acción tiene una reacción igual y contraria.
Whatever wrong action they are performing, they have to be, there will be punishment for them.
Cualquier acto indebido
So, Lord Sri Krishna is very merciful Lord.
Así que el Señor Krishna es un Señor muy misericordioso.
In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, Swardam Sarva Bhutanam. I am the well-wisher of everyone.
En el Bhagavad Gita el Señor Krishna dice que Él es el bienqueriente de toda la entidad vivientes.
So Lord Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, he sent Prabhupada to help all of us.
Y Sri Krishna en su misericordia, sin causa, ha enviado a Srila Prabhupada para ayudarnos a todos nosotros.
Prabhupada came to tell us not to behave like animal and prepare a royal road to hell.
Y Prabhupada ha venido para decirnos que no nos comportemos como animales preparando así nuestro camino al infierno.
Prabhupada explained us, behave like a human beings and prepare a royal road back home, back to Godhead.
Prabhupada nos enseñó que nos comportemos como seres humanos y regresemos de vuelta a casa, de vuelta a Dios.
We should all follow Prabhupada very seriously and sincerely.
Todos nosotros debemos seguir así la Prabhupada muy seria y sinceramente.
Purpose of life is to become conscious of Krishna so that in the end of our life we can think of Krishna.
El propósito de la vida es volvernos conscientes de Krishna, así que al final de la vida podamos regresar.
When we will think of Krishna at the end of our life, then we will go to Krishna in his
Si
abode.
uno al final de la vida piensa de Krishna, cerca de Krishna, entonces regresará a casa.
But in the end of our life, if we think of sense gratification, then we will go to the animal kingdom, hellish life.
Pero si al final de la vida pensamos en la gratificación de los sentidos, iremos a una vida animal, una vida infernal.
Position is like this. A little boy, when he is sent to the school, because of his childish nature, he doesn't want to go to school.
Cuando un niño quiere ser educado o va a ser educado, es enviado a la escuela, pero él no quiere ir a la escuela.
We are in ignorance and we are not interested in becoming Krishna conscious.
Estamos en la ignorancia y por eso no estamos interesados en volvernos conscientes de Krishna.
Those who are devotees, they should keep on trying, helping themselves and helping others by becoming Krishna conscious and by helping others to become Krishna conscious.
Aquellos que son devotos deben ayudar a otros y ayudarse a sí mismos, volviéndose conscientes de Krishna y ayudar a otros a volverse conscientes de Krishna.
If we won't become Krishna conscious, we don't know that the hell is waiting for us.
Si no nos volvemos conscientes de Krishna, no sabemos que el infierno nos está esperando.
And Prabhupada, he didn't want anybody to go to hell, he wanted everybody to go to Krishna.
Y Prabhupada no quería que nadie se fuera al infierno, sino que fueran a Krishna.
So by Prabhupada's mercy, if we take to this Krishna conscious seriously, then we can prepare ourselves for returning back home, back to Godhead.
Entonces, si nosotros, por la misericordia de Krishna, seriamente seguimos este sendero, nos estamos preparando para regresar de vuelta a Dios, de vuelta a casa.
So this is the only purpose of life. We don't have any other purpose here.
Así que este es el verdadero propósito de la vida. No tenemos ningún otro propósito.
People are doing so many things in this material world that is waste of time.
Las personas están haciendo tantas cosas en este mundo material, pero eso es pérdida de tiempo.
Materially speaking, a person may become very learned scholar, very educated, PhD, or FRCS London, so many degrees. But what is the end of this?
Que uno puede, materialmente hablando, uno puede volverse una gran personalidad, un erudito muy entendido, una persona muy educada, tener muchos títulos, PhD, Sí, pero ¿cuál es el uso de todo ello?
And is with one stroke of death, everything is finished.
El punto final es que con un golpecito de la muerte todo se termina.
Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna himself,
El Señor Chaitanya es Krishna mismo.
Lord Chaitanya in the Shikshastak is saying, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam ba jagadisha kame, mam janmani, janmani ishvare, bhavatad bhaktir ahaituki tvai. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful woman, nor do I want any number of followers, nor do I want to become a big orator, but I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth.
Este sloka de Shikshastaka dice, mi querido Señor, yo no deseo ninguna cantidad de riquezas, ni seguidores, ni mujeres bellas, ni tampoco quiero ser un gran erudito. Lo único que quiero es tu servicio devocional en mi vida, nacimiento tras nacimiento.
So Lord Chaitanya is making it clear for all of us. Lord Chaitanya, in the role of his own devotee Krishna, is worried for all of us.
El Señor Chaitanya está siendo muy claro con nosotros en su rol de devoto de Krishna para beneficiarnos a todos nosotros.
So, this illustrates the strong grip of illusion among foolish person who consider the body the self.
Entonces aquí dice que lo fuerte que es el nudo de la ilusión entre las personas necias que identifican el cuerpo con el ser.
Those who are foolish, they think we are these bodies.
Aquellos que son tontos, necios, piensan que somos este cuerpo.
Generally, we all think I am this body.
Generalmente pensamos, yo soy este cuerpo.
Due to this body concept of life, we have developed false ego in us.
Y debido a este erróneo concepto de la vida, hemos desarrollado un ego falso por nosotros.
False ego is a royal road to the hell.
El ego falso es la carretera recta al infierno.
Prabhupada explained in Bhagavad Gita that ego cannot be given up, but we can spiritualize the ego.
Prabhupada dice en el Bhagavad Gita que no podemos abandonar el ego, pero podemos espiritualizarlo.
What is the spiritual ego? I am soul. I am part and parcel of Super Soul Sri Krishna.
¿Cuál es el ego espiritual? Yo soy alma, yo soy parte y porción de Krishna.
This is the real ego.
Esto es nuestro verdadero ego.
And generally we think I am this body, I am the master of all I survey.
Y generalmente pensamos, yo soy el cuerpo y soy el amo de todo lo que me rodea.
This is false ego.
Esto es ego falso.
So devotees, to get out of this dilemma, get out of this false ego situation, Prabhupada has given us the remedy.
Para los devotos, para salir de este concepto del ego, Srila Prabhupada nos ha dado un remedio.
And the remedy is we serve Krishna. We serve Krishna in the deity form.
Y el remedio es que nosotros servimos a Krishna también en la forma de la deidad.
We do everything for the pleasure of Krishna.
Todo lo hacemos para el placer de Krishna.
No sense gratification.
No la gratificación sensorial.
And then really we will become happy and peaceful.
Y así verdaderamente nos volveremos felices y apacibles.
If a person is very egoistic, it means he is very disturbed mind.
Si una persona es no egoísta, quiere decir que su mente está muy disturbada.
Ego in a person drives him crazy.
El egoísmo en la la persona le conduce a la locura.
He cannot think properly.
Y no puede pensar debidamente.
And you see, when one becomes devotee, he is very, very humble.
Si usted ve a un devoto, él es muy humilde.
I have the opportunity to be a personal servant of Srila Prabhupada.
Tuve la oportunidad de ser un sirviente personal de Prabhupada.
I have seen the Prabhupada was very, very humble personality.
Yo vi que Prabhupada era una personalidad muy, muy humilde.
Very, very merciful, very kind to everyone.
Muy compasivo y amable con todos.
For him there was no discrimination between white, black, brown, man, woman. Everybody is a Krishna's child, Krishna's soul.
Para él no había discriminación entre hombre, mujer, negro, blanco, mestizo. Todo el mundo era como hijo de Dios.
So Srila Prabhupada is a gift to the whole world by Krishna.
Así que Prabhupada es un regalo a todo el mundo de parte de Krishna.
Such a great soul is very rare.
Una tan gran alma es muy rara.
I have noticed this in Prabhupada,
Me fijé de esto en Srila Prabhupada,
that Prabhupada was worried for everyone.
que Prabhupada estaba listo para todos.
He sent me to Africa for preaching.
Y él me envió a mí a África para predicar.
And then there were some difficulties there. He said, you come and be my servant.
Y había algunas dificultades y dijo, ven y sé mi sirviente.
Then when I was serving him personally, again there they were calling Maharaj Prabhupada, send him back. There's so many difficulties, this, that, so many things.
Así que cuando yo le estaba sirviendo decían, Prabhupada, mira, hay tantos problemas, tantas dificultades.
Then Prabhupada asked me, you go back now.
Y Prabhupada me dijo, regresa ahora.
I asked Prabhupada, if you ask my desire is to serve you personally.
Y entonces yo le dije, Prabhupada, usted me preguntó cuál es mi deseo y mi deseo es servirlo personalmente.
Then Prabhupada said, if it is important, I can order you. It's my order that you go.
Si es importante, pues te ordeno que vayas.
Then he said, it's my order. Then I said, I have no choice. When you order me, I must obey that.
Ah, sí, bueno, yo no tengo acceso, pero usted ordéneme y yo haré eso.
When I obeyed his order, he became very happy.
Y cuando ese es su orden, se puso muy feliz.
Then he said
Y luego dijo,
that, see these Africans, because of their body color, they are neglected by others.
¿no ves que estos africanos, debido a su color, están siendo despreciados por otros?
But they are also souls, they are also Krishna's part and parcel.
Pero también son almas y son partes y porciones de Krishna.
They also need Krishna consciousness.
También necesitan la conciencia de Krishna.
And if you preach to them, Krishna will be very pleased.
Y si les predicas, Krishna estará muy complacido.
So see the concern of a pure devotee. For him everybody is equal. He doesn't want to neglect anybody.
Así que vean, así la Prabhupada, que él no quiere despreciar a nadie. Todos son importantes para él.
He cares for all the souls.
Él se preocupa por todas las almas.
Soul is there in all the bodies.
Las almas están en todos los cuerpos.
So we have to come to that platform. Devotees, me, you, he, she, we are all going to sit in one examination.
Así que tenemos que volvernos así. Usted, él, ella, todos vamos a ser sentados y examinados.
What is that examination?
¿Cuál es ese examen?
Departing from this world.
Salir de este mundo.
Sooner or later, we all shall be kicked out of here.
Tarde o temprano todos tenemos que abandonar ese temor.
Nobody can stay here.
Nadie se puede quedar aquí.
So what is the preparation for that examination?
Así, ¿cuál es la preparación para ese examen?
Preparation for that examination is by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we come to the shelter of Radha Madan Gopal.
Y esa preparación es que por la misericordia de Prabhupada venimos al refugio de Radha Madan Gopal.
Doesn't matter I am man or woman or this or that, we should come to the shelter of Radha Madan
No
Gopal.
importa si somos hombre, mujer, esto o aquello, debemos venir al refugio de Radha Madan Gopal.
Surrendering is mentioned in the Sanskrit Sharanam.
El rendirse está mencionado en sánscrito como Sharanam.
Yeah. So we will sing about this Sharanam to Krishna.
Así que vamos a cantar acerca de Sharanam a Krishna.
All of you try to sing.
Todos traten de cantar.
Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam, Sri Radha, Sri Krishna Sharanam, Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam. Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam, Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam, Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam. Sri Krishna Prabhupada Sharanam, Srila Prabhupada Sharanam, Srila Prabhupada Sharanam, Srila Prabhupada Sharanam, Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam, Sri Radha, Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam, Sri Radha Sharanam. Sri Radha Sharanam, Sri Krishna Sharanam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, see everybody. Antintor. Todos. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Todos. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Todos. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Todos. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So,
entonces,
dear devotees,
queridos devotos,
please remember that we have to come to the shelter of Radha Madan Gopal.
Por favor, recuerden que tenemos que venir al refugio de Radha Madan Gopal.
Radha Madan Gopal should be the center of our activities.
Radha Madan Gopal deben ser el centro de nuestras actividades.
Prabhupada gives one example.
Prabhupada da un ejemplo.
If you draw some zero on the blackboard,
Si en un tablero escribes un cero,
doesn't matter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, doesn't matter.
no importa cuántos ceros pongas,
It has no value.
no tiene valor.
Our material activities are like that, drawing the zero on the blackboard.
Nuestras actividades materiales son así, escribiendo un cero o muchos en el tablero.
Before we draw zero on the blackboard, we should draw one line before the zero.
Nosotros antes de escribir el cero en ese tablero debemos escribir una línea en ese tablero.
Then that zero will become 10.
Y entonces ese cero se volverá 10.
If you draw another zero, then 100.
Y si pones otro cero se vuelve 100.
Another zero, 1000.
Y si pones otro 1000.
N0 10,000.
Y si no, 10,000, si pones otro.
That one line is Krishna, Radha Madan
Esa
Gopal.
línea adelante es Krishna,
Radha Madan Gopal.
Radha Madan.
So we should be doing everything for Krishna.
Así que debemos estar haciendo todo para Krishna.
Other activities will bind us in this material world.
Cualquier otra actividad nos atará en este mundo material.
Doesn't matter I have PhD degree or MBBS degree or FCRS degree, this degree, that degree. They all will bind us in the material world, take us to hell.
No importa si tenemos un grado de PhD o un grado de doctorado o un grado de maestría o un grado de lo que sea, esos grados nos van a atar a este mundo.
So, real degree is that we become conscious of Krishna.
Verdaderos grados son que nos volvemos conscientes de Krishna.
Further, Prabhupada is saying here,
Aquí más, Prabhupada está diciendo además,
he's saying that women are generally considered less intelligent because of ignorance. Only the queens thought of the dead body as their husband, and somehow or other thought that if the body were kept, their husbands would remain with them.
por lo general, a las mujeres se las considera poco inteligentes, llevadas únicamente por la ignorancia. Las reinas pensaban que aquel cadáver era su esposo y que mientras estuviese en el cadáver con ellas, de alguna forma, su esposo también estaría con ellas.
The queens thought the dead bodies of their husband are their husband. But dead bodies are not husband. Real thing, the soul. Soul is gone from the body. But women are thinking, if we keep the dead body, we are keeping our husband. Where is the husband? The dead body.
Las mujeres pensaban que si mantenemos este cuerpo, mantendremos un esposo, pero el esposo ya se había ido. ¿Cuál es el uso de mantener el cuerpo del esposo? El esposo ya se ha ido.
Dead body is doomed to decay.
El cuerpo muerto está destinado a
Decay means rotten.
decaerse. Decaerse quiere decir descomponerse o pudrirse.
This is the position of this body.
Es la posición de este cuerpo.
In general, we are all attached to this body.
En general, estamos todos apegados a este cuerpo.
As it is mentioned here, women are attached more.
Como aquí se menciona, las mujeres están más apegadas al cuerpo.
So, if we become conscious of Krishna by the mercy of Prabhupada, then gradually, slowly, the detachment will come.
Si nosotros por la misericordia de Krishna seguimos el sendero, entonces gradualmente vendrá ese desapego.
So, we have to be detached, and that is possible only by performing unalloyed devotion service.
Entonces tenemos que desapegarnos y eso solo es posible por ejecutar servicio devocional impoluto.
Devotion service should be unmotivated.
El servicio devocional debe ser inmotivado.
Like Lord Chaitanya, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim.
Como el Señor Chaitanya dice.
He said, I don't want money,
No quiero dinero, dice el Señor.
I don't want women,
No quiero mujeres.
I don't want followers,
No quiero seguidores.
nor do I want to become a big orator.
Ni quiero volverme un gran orador.
I only want your service,
Solo quiero tu servicio.
nothing in the return.
Nada a cambio.
Only that pure service to Krishna, that is called devotion service, that can take us back home, back to Godhead.
Solo ese servicio devocional puro puede llevarnos de vuelta a Dios, de vuelta a casa.
All of you please remember,
Todos ustedes
purpose of life is to go back home,
El
back.
propósito de la vida es regresar a Dios, a casa.
Time is finished.
You can speak, it's like an hour, but you can keep on. Don't worry.
So we will
You
continue.
consider.
Continue tomorrow.
Okay.
Same,
No
but
problem.
acá.
Yeah, you can.
So,
Rashnahe.
muchas gracias. Spanish, poquito. Thank you very much. Anybody has any question? How you say in Spanish? Anybody has any question?
Sure.
How you say? I say. How you
¿Preguntas?
say? Preguntas.
Yes, in Facebook there's
What?
some questions.
Yes.
Facebook.
Hay una pregunta de Raimundo Basurto.
Raimundo Basurto.
Maestro, escuchando la clase de hoy me han surgido algunas preguntas.
Ok, espere un segundito, yo lo voy traduciendo. Master, by hearing your class, some questions have arisen in mind.
Los animales fueron creados por Dios para mostrarnos cuáles son los defectos psicológicos que debemos eliminar.
Were animals created by God to show us what psychological defects we should correct, we should
I didn't follow.
increase. Were animals created by God to show us what defects we should avoid?
Animals are there by their karma. When they behave like animal, when human beings behave like animal, then they became animal.
Cuando los seres humanos se comportan como animales, se vuelven animales.
If we behave like pious person, then we will go to the spiritual world.
Si nos comportamos como una persona piadosa, regresaremos al mundo espiritual.
In general, people are behaving like animals, they are becoming animal.
En general, las personas están comportando como animales, se están volviendo animales. Así es la ley.
La siguiente pregunta que hace,
Next question.
o simplemente son parte de la mecánica de la naturaleza para limpiar nuestro karma.
Or simply, are animals part of nature to clean up our karma? That's what he's asking. I'm just translating.
Yeah, can you explain me what she's asking?
Yes, he's saying that if animals are there to correct us, being animals, like to try to learn, being animals to learn. Is that?
Yeah, you can say, we can learn that if we born behave like human beings, then we will become animal.
Sí, podemos aprender que si no nos comportamos como seres humanos, no volvemos animales.
Y continúa, por otro lado, en mi vida personal tengo tratos con muchos tipos. ¿Lo traduzco en inglés directamente?
Pues,
On the other hand, in my personal life, I have dealt with many kinds of people, and frequently I see that they cheat, they steal, they insult, and I also found envy, even hate.
hate.
On the other hand, in my house, I see my siblings, animals, and I found them with a very loyalty, intelligence, even affect and respect toward me. So now I feel confused and I have these other questions. I would like to know if in the actuality the human beings we are worse than animals, and if it is like this is very
Sad.
It's very sad.
You understand?
Not much.
Okay, he's saying that he has noticed that in intermingling with human beings, they are hating people, They are insulting others.
Who?
They are
Who?
human beings. When he intermingled with human beings, they insult, they hate, they are violent, and at home, his animals, in the social activity, social intercourse. But when he is at home, he noticed that animals are very loyal and they behave properly with him. So sometimes he sees that human beings are worse than animals.
Yes.
And that is very sad.
Yeah, it's very sad, yes. I am also sad.
También yo me pongo triste con esto.
Yeah, but you have to become pure devotee and make 10,000 Mexican pure devotee.
Así que tienes que volverte un devoto puro y hacer 10,000 mexicanos devotos puros.
Okay?
¿Está bien?
Gracias.
¿Cualquier otra pregunta? Any other question?
Pregunta.
Prabhupada, in his purport, in the beginning, he speaks about the funerary rituals. And it seems like he is talking about people in general, about the rituals for people in general. And I have heard that for a Vaishnava, there is no necessity for any funeral ritual. Could you explain, please, a little bit further, elaborate, is it necessary or compulsory for a Vaishnava to have a funerary ritual?
Vaishnava, one who has taken to this spiritual life,
Un Vaishnava que se ha abocado a la vida espiritual,
then he is transcendental than the ordinary people.
él es trascendental a diferencia de las personas ordinarias.
Ordinary people require so many, what you call, what you said?
Rituals.
Rituals. Ordinary people require rituals because they are caught in the material world, so many sinful activities. So they require rituals, but Vaishnavas, no.
Las personas ordinarias requieren rituales debido a que tienen muchas actividades materiales y errores, pero el Vaishnava no requiere.
Just like one example is given,
Se da un ejemplo.
when one dies, he, according to the Vedic culture, one should leave his body on the floor, not on the bed.
Así que de acuerdo a la cultura védica, cuando uno muere, uno debe dejar a ese muerto en el piso y no en la cama.
But Vaishnava, even if he leaves body on the bed, doesn't matter. He is a transcendental.
Pero para el Vaishnava no importa si deja el cuerpo en la cama o en el piso, él es trascendental.
This is what Prabhupada said.
Eso dijo Prabhupada.
Gracias. Okay.
Okay. Seems like
So you some put the paper.
yeah, let's put this one.